Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Ganit. This is Samir Sardana and we are discussing this 200 must-do quant question series for Snap. And I started with algebraic identities question, based on the previous year CAT paper question. You see that there are a lot of questions on algebraic identities. And in the previous video, I discussed with you these 9 identities on the basis of which we'll be solving different type of questions. And we have done 15 questions till now in the first part of the video. And till now we have covered questions on the identity number 1, a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Identity number 2, a minus b whole square a square plus minus 2ab plus b square. Then we did some question on identity number 4 and 5 and 6 also, right? A plus b whole cube, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b, a minus b whole cube. All you have to do is just replace b with minus b here, and you will get this a minus b whole cube, that is a cube minus b cube. Replace b with minus b, so you'll get minus 3ab into a minus b, and so on. So now we will be discussing questions on rest of the identities which are pending, right? Total, we are going to do around 30 questions only on algebraic identities. And the chances that in Snap you might be getting a question based on one of these identities, right? That we are practicing here. So guys, these are the questions that we have already covered. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I have covered questions till 15, right? So till 15 we are done. So let's start with question number 16 here. It says x is equal to 2 minus 2 raised to power 1 by 3 plus 2 raised to power 2 by 3, and we are supposed to find out the value of this, right? Very, very easy, guys. See this. What you can do is, see that I have a value in terms of x, and I want to find out a relationship in terms of x cube. So you should be getting an idea from here that I need to take a cube, right? But then first you have to do a little bit of readjustment of the given expression. Can I write down the given expression as x minus 2 equal to 2 raised to power 2 by 3 minus 2 raised to power 1 by 3, right? Now, can I take cube on both sides? Yes, we can do, right? Taking cube on both sides, a minus b whole cube is equal to 2 raised to power 2 by 3 minus 2 raised to power 1 by 3 whole cube, right? Now, this you can see that is a cube minus b cube minus 3a square multiplied by b plus 3a into b square. Now this will be equal to a cube. Again, apply the same concept. This would be a cube minus b cube minus 3 times of a into b into a minus b, right? So I'm simply applying the basic algebraic identity here. Now you see that you need to simplify it further. This will be x cube minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8. This will be equal to, see that this will be 4, this will be 2, minus this you can see is 2 power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. You see that both of these two values are in the multiplication, so power will be added. So this becomes 2 power 1. 2 power 1 into 3 is 6. And this whole thing can be written as x minus 2. Why? Because I know that 2 power 2 by 3 minus 2 power 1 by 3 is equal to x minus 2. That's it. You'll get your answer now. This is x cube minus 6x squared plus 12x. You see that? Minus 6 into x is minus 6x. So take it on the left hand side. This will become plus 6x is equal to 4 minus 2 is 2. Minus 6 into minus 2 is plus 12. And this minus 8 will also be taken on the right hand side. Now you get x cube minus 6x squared plus 18x is equal to 22. Right? Now this value is equal to 22. This is what we got. So the whole expression x cube minus 6x squared plus 18x plus 36 will be equal to 22 plus 36. Right? The answer will be 58. So all you have to do is just learn how to use the algebraic identities. If you learn how to use the algebraic identities and you know all these 9 identities that I have just explained to you, you'll be able to solve all of these questions, right? Looking now let's move on to the next question, question number 17 here, right? So here's the question number 17, everybody. Give it a try. X plus y plus z is 10, x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 30, right? Then what is the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz? Now this is directly based on identity. We know that x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz will be equal to x plus y plus z multiplied by x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, right? This is the direct identity, right? As you can see that here, right? Use this direct identity, guys, right? This is the identity number 8, right? Very, very important, right? I have seen a lot of question on this identity in the previous year CAT paper. Look at this 8 number identity, a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3 abc's, a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. A lot of questions have been asked on this identity in the previous year paper of SNAP, right? So this question is exactly based on this identity, right? And now you can see here that in this case, x plus y plus z is directly given to us. X square plus y square plus z square is also given to us. All I need is a value of xy plus yz plus zx. This is what I need to find out to answer this question, right? So what you can do is, we have x plus y plus z to be equal to 10. Can I take square on both sides? A square plus b square plus c square. X square plus y square plus z square plus 2 times of xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 100, right? Now 30 plus 2 times of xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 100, right? Now this will be taken on the left hand side. This becomes 70 and this cancel it on 2. So xy plus yz plus zx will be equal to 35. So just simply put the value here. Now what is x plus y plus z? It is 10. What is x square plus y square plus z square? It is 30 minus times of xy plus yz plus zx, which is equal to 35. So my final answer would be 10 into 30 minus 35 is minus 5. Answer will be minus 50. That's it. This is the correct answer of the question. Right. Moving ahead to the next question. Question number 18. Look at this question, guys. This is again a very easy question. You see that here, one thing that you need to observe here is, right? Again, it's based on algebraic identity number 8. What is our identity? We know that a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3 times of a, b, c will be equal to a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. Now, if you observe this number carefully, right, you see that here, can I use this as a cube? This is b cube, this is c cube, minus 3 times of a into b into c. So can I write down the numerator value as a plus b plus c, right? What I'm doing is I'm putting a as 2.35, b as 5.25, and c as 1.4. Now, if you assumed a, b, c as this values, then you see that in the numerator I'll be having, can I write it down? This is now a cube, this is b cube, and this is c cube, and so on. So this whole expression can be written as a plus b plus c multiplied by a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. And if you look at the numerator, this is also a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. Now you see that this whole bracket will get cancelled automatically, and you will be left with a plus b plus c. Now what is a? A is 2.35. What is B? It is 5.25. What is C? It is 1.4. Now 5 plus 2, 7, 7, and this is 7.6 plus 1.4, right? This is 9. But we are supposed to find out the square root of this, right? As per the question, you can see that we are supposed to find out the square root of 9, square root of this expression. So square root of 9 will be equal to 3. So the answer to the question is option number 3. Very, very important, right? Keep this property in mind. This is very useful for SNAP. Moving ahead to the question number 9, everybody. No, just 1 minute. Question number 19 is on the screen, everyone, right? Let's have a look at it. Now, this is again based on the direct property, right? You see that, can I take this whole expression as A, right? Can I take this whole expression as B? This is the type of the question that was asked in the previous year paper of SNAP. This whole value can be taken as C. This whole expression is now AQ plus BQ plus CQ, right? Now, if you observe the values of AQ plus BQ plus CQ, you see that A plus B plus C will be equal to X plus Y, sorry, minus 2Z, plus B is Y plus Z minus 2X. C is Z plus X minus 2Y. Now, Y plus Y, 2Y, this get cancelled. X plus X minus 2X, Z plus Z minus 2Z, this is equal to 0, right? Okay. Now, you see that here A plus B plus C is 0. Now, look at this. Look at the identity number 8. You should know that AQ plus BQ plus CQ will be equal to 3ABC, right? Only if A plus B plus C is 0, right? Use this direct identity and you'll be able to answer the question, right? So here we are supposed to find out AQ plus BQ plus CQ. This will be equal to 3 times of A into B into C. And what is A? A is this whole bracket, B is this whole bracket, C is all this bracket. So straight away you can answer the question as B option, right? B is the correct answer to the question. Use this identity. This is identity, the extension of identity number 8. If A plus B plus C is 0, then AQ plus BQ plus CQ will be straight away equal to 3 times of A into B into C, right? Now let's move on to the question number 20. Is a question number 20. Again, very simple question. Look at this number. This is X minus Y, Y minus Z, Z minus X, right? Can you see that if I take X minus Y as A, if I take this as A, this is as B, this is as C, and this will become A cube, this will become B cube, and this will become C cube. And we know that A plus B plus C in this case will be X minus Y plus Y minus Z plus Z minus X. This get cancelled, right? This is equal to 0. So if A plus B plus C is equal to 0, if A plus B plus C is equal to 0, in that case, you straight away use A cube plus B cube plus C cube will be equal to 3 times of ABC. So this given expression, we have ABC in the numerator and the denominator part will become 3 times of A into B into C. This get cancelled. So the answer is 1 by 3. Answer is option B, right? This is the correct answer to the question, guys, right? Now let's move on to the question number 21. Beautiful question. N is 144 cube plus 22 cube minus 166 cube. Then N is necessarily divisible by. We are supposed to find out N is necessarily divisible by which of these numbers. This is what I'm expecting this year in SNAP. This type of question might be coming in SNAP based on this identity. What is this identity, guys? Observe the number carefully. Can you see this? This is again AQ plus BQ plus CQ, right? Can I say can I take A 144 as A, 22 as B, and minus 166 as C? And we know that A plus B plus C. A here is 144, B is 22, C is minus 166. This becomes 0, right? So just straight away, you can now see that AQ plus BQ plus C cube, can I write it down as 3 times of A into B into C? So this basically expression 144 cube plus 22 cube minus 166 cube will be equal to 3 times of A into B into C, which is minus 166. Now we are just supposed to see that which of these values will divide this number. Okay, Do we have a number which is a multiple of 11? No. 144 is not. Yes, 22 is a number which is multiple of 11. Okay, we need to check, is the number divisible by 13? This number is not divisible by 13. This is also not divisible by 13. So I can say that this number 13 will not divide it, right? So any option with 13 is straight away eliminated, right? Now check for 7. Do we have a number which is a multiple of 7 in the numerator? If I want to divide this whole number by 7, 3 is not a multiple of 7, 144 is not a multiple of 7, this is not a multiple of 7, 166 also not a multiple of 7. So eliminate the all right. So guys, here we have 83. 83, you can see that 83 is a number which will divide 166. So both 12 and 83 will be dividing the given number. So therefore the answer to the question is option B. B is the correct answer to the question, everyone. Now let's do the question number 22. Again, if you know this identity, you can straight away solve this question. What is the value of the expression? You see that here? Again, in the numerator, we have a cube, right? Can I take a minus b as capital A, b minus c as capital B, c minus a as capital C? And in the denominator, we have a into b into c. Now look carefully, a plus b plus c is a minus b plus b minus c plus c minus a, right? This will get cancelled. This is straight away equal to 0. Now, whatever is the value of a, b, and c, you're not supposed to put it here because that will be quite lengthy. You can straight away use a cube plus b cube plus c cube as 3 times of a into b into c, because a plus b plus c is 0, identity number 8. And then this get cancelled, and straight away the answer to the question will be 3. That is, option D will be the correct answer to the question, everyone. Right? Don't look for these values. You will not be able to solve the question by putting the values of a, b, and c. Use the identity to get the answer. Now let's look at this question number 23, everyone. This is again a similar question. X raised to power a multiplied by x power b multiplied by x power c is equal to 1. We are supposed to find out the value of this expression. You see that this is x raised to power a plus b plus c. Can I write down 1 as x power 0? Yes, I can do that. So you see that a plus b plus c is 0 here. If a plus b plus c is 0, a cube plus b cube plus c cube will straight away be equal to 3 times of a, b, c. So D would be the correct answer of the question. If you know this identity, the question becomes very, very simple for you. Now look at this question, amazing question on identity. We are supposed to find out the number of factor of this. This is again, as you see that, can I take it as a cube plus minus b cube, right, plus minus c cube, right? Now here a will be 73, b is 40, c is 33. We are supposed to find out the number of factors. So here we are supposed to use the concept of number of factors from the number system. You see that b is minus 40 here, c is minus 33. A plus b plus c is 73 minus 40 minus 33. This is 0. So can I say this whole expression is equal to 3 times of a into b into c? Now we are supposed to find out the number of factor of it. First of all, you need to factorize it. 33, 73 is a prime number, 40 is 2 power 3 into 5 power 1, 33 is 3 into 11 power 1. So the factorization form of the number will be 2 power 3 multiplied by 3 power 2 multiplied by 5 power 1 multiplied by 11 power 1, 73 power 1. Now we know that if a number n is p1 power a into p2 power b into p3 power c and so on, then number of factors, guys. Now in this case, number of factors will be equal to a plus 1 multiplied by b plus 1 multiplied by c plus 1. So in this case, number of factors will be 3 plus 1, right, into 2 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. 4 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 24, 24 into 48 into 2. 96 will be the correct answer to the question, right? The number of factor of the given number would be 96. Very, very important question, everybody. Please do this one. Now look at this. This is based on the last identity number 9. What is this? On identity number 9, what was the identity number 1? What was the identity number 9? Let's look at it. Yes, this is very important. Very few students know about the identity number 9. Please look at it, guys. A plus B plus C whole cube is A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus 3 times of A plus B into B plus C into C plus A. Right? This is what you need to know. A plus B plus C whole cube is A cube plus B cube plus C cube plus 3 times of A plus B, B plus C, and C plus A. If you look at this number, right, look at the given number carefully. This you see that 666. See this. 666 can be written as 666 can be written as 3333 plus 222 plus 111 whole cube minus 333 whole cube minus 222 cube minus 111 cube. See this here? This is now A plus B plus C whole cube minus A cube minus B cube minus C cube. So this will be equal to 3 times of A plus B, B plus C multiplied by C plus A. 3 times of A plus B is 555. B plus C is 333. C plus A is 444, right? Now this number is divisible by, we are supposed to find out this number is divisible by which of these numbers. You see this here? If I further factorize it, we are supposed to find out this number is not divisible by. Look at it, guys. The whole question is, n is this number, then n is not divisible by what? See that 555 is 5 into 111. 333 is 3 into 111. 444 is 4 into 111. Now, if you look at this number 540, does this number divide this whole number? 540 is 5 into 108, right? Which further is 5 into 2 power 36 into 3, 2 power 2 into 3 power 3. Now see this, we have 5 power 1 in the numerator. Do we have 2 power 2 in the numerator? Yes, we have 2 power 2. Do we have 3 power 3 in the numerator? Yes. 1 3 is here, 1 3 is here. 111 is also divisible by 3. So yes, 540 will divide this number. And if I look at 180, what is 180? 180 is 5 into 36. Now we have already seen that number is divisible by 36 and we already have a 5 here. So yes, 180 will also divide the number. We look at 243. What is 243? Right? You see that 243, if I factorize 243, this will become 3 into 81. This is 3 power 5, right? 3 power 4 is 81, 3 power 5 is 243. Now, do we have 3 power 5 in the numerator? Yes. 1 3 is here, 1 3 is here. 111 is also a multiple of 3. 111, you guys see this, is 3 into 37. So we have 3 power 1 here, 3 power 1 here, 3 power 1 here, and 2 3s are already there. So yes, this number is divisible by 243 also. So finally, you can see that if the number is divisible by all these 3 numbers, then the answer will be D. 825. This number will not divide the number, given number. Why? Because 825 is 5 multiplied by, or you can say this number is 25 into 3, 75 into 3, 25 into 33. You see that this number is 5 power 2 into 3 power 1 into 11 power 1. Now, any number which is divisible by 825 should be having a 5 power as 2. We have only 1 power of 5 in the numerator. So that's why 825 will not divide this number. And that's the answer to the question. D option is the correct answer to this question, everybody. Similarly, we have the question number 26 here. Again, now you can see that 999 is basically 333 plus 222 plus 444. So now if you know the identity number 9, you can straight away write down this number as 3 into A plus B. A plus B, that is 555, into B plus C, that is 666, into C plus A, that means 777, right? Now we need to check this number is divisible by which of the following number, right? Now let's further factorize it. This is 5 into 111, 6 into 111, and 7. Just do a basic factorization. I look for this number 1665. If I factorize this number 1665, this is 5 into 3 into 3 into 3. We have 5 power, we have also 333. 111 into 3 is 333. So this number will divide it, right? Now check any random number. This is 9 into 111 into 2 into 5. We have 111, yes. We have 9, yes. 3 into 6, 18. 18 is a multiple of 9. Do we have 2? Yes, we have 2 in the 6. Do we have 5? Yes, we have 5 here. So this number will also divide the number, right? You're supposed to find out the number which that will not divide the given number, right? Look at the number 1443. This, you see, that is 3 multiplied by 3 into 4, 12, 481. Okay. Now 481. You see that this number is now 7 into 6, 42, 7 into 63. Now this is 3 into 7 into 7, 63, 7 into 9. You see that this has 2 power of 7. Do we have 2 power of 7 here? If I want to divide this number, I need to have 3 power 1, 7 power 2, and 9 power 1. This is 1443, right? You see that 3 and 3 will get cancelled, but we have 7 power 2 here. We only have 1 power of 7. So therefore, answer will be D, because this is a number that will not divide it, right? Right? So D would be the correct answer, because 1443 has 2 power of 7 and we do not have 2 power of 7 in the numerator here. Right, guys? So these are the questions on identity number 9 that you might see in Snap exam. Please keep this in your mind, guys. Moving ahead to the question number 27. Look at this question. Question number 27. What does it say? So this can be solved directly. It's not based on any identity. You just need to use your basic common sense here. Square root of this and square root of this is equal to 14. You see that 14 is an integral value. Now, can you look for two squares, right, where the square root of those numbers, summation of the square root of those numbers should be equal to 14? Okay. And look at this variable term. This must be greater than 66. The whole expression must be greater than 66. The exact number, exact square, right, a number which is more than 66 and a perfect square is 81. Now I know that if I take this whole value, if I want to make this whole value as 81, if I want to make this whole value as 81, I need to take this as 15. 15 plus 66 would be 81. Then if I put this number again, the same expression, right, as 15, the total value should be equal to 14. Are we getting it? Yes, we are getting it. Why? Because this becomes square root of 81 and this becomes 25. So with hit and trial method, we get to know that this whole expression, this whole variable term can be straight away taken as 15, because if I take this as 15 and I put the same value 15 here, I will be getting the total expression as equal to 14, right? So this is hit and trial method that you can use. So here also put this as 15. 15 plus 66 will be 81. Square root of 81 would be 9 minus. This is again 15 plus 10, 25. 25 square root is 5. 9 minus 5 is equal to t. So you'll get t as 4, right? That is a correct answer to the question. So guys, we have done 27 questions, right? 27 questions of algebraic identity. Now, in the next video, I'll be taking questions from different topics of algebra and arithmetic, right? Do all these questions. Till now, we have covered 7 questions of number system and 27 questions of algebraic identities. More questions will be uploaded soon. Keep watching the video and please share it with all of your friends. Thank you so much for watching the video, and subscribe to the channel so that you get updates on all of my classes and the video lessons that I'll be uploading for OMETs. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you.